Okay, this is going to be a presentation on how not to make a presentation. A presentation is the process of presenting a topic to an audience. It is typically a demonstration, lecture, or speech meant to inform, persuade, or build goodwill. The term can also be used for a formal or ritualized introduction or offering, as with the presentation of a debutante. Oh, sorry about that. If you're just going to read everything that is typed on the screen, then you might as well just write an essay. In this case, you should be using word processing software such as Microsoft Word. Presentation software is not an effective way to relay large chunks of text. Okay, now an example of how to do it. So a presentation is when someone is speaking to a group of people, and the reason that they're choosing to use this as a form of communication is because they have some expertise or understanding on a given subject. Some things that you can do to be successful. First of all, it's hard because you get a little nervous, but you need to try to remember to speak naturally. So those are just the basics of going slowly and making sure that you enunciate as well as you can. A good way to make sure that you do this is to practice a few times so that when it comes time to actually shoot it, to actually do the presentation, that you feel good about what you're going to do. Another thing to keep in mind is if you're going to use screen capturing software like what I'm doing, is to make sure that you do a couple of run-throughs to make sure that you can be heard, that your microphone is working correctly, and that everything looks good as a finished product. You don't want to go through it and do it really well and feel very satisfied about it, and then find out that your microphone wasn't working the whole time. Another thing to keep in mind, especially when you're doing screen capture software like this, is that it's very easy for the audience to be distracted. So you need to think about things like the background. What's going on not just in your physical background, but also what's going on in the background of your screen, if you are using that sort of method. It would be distracting, for example, if I had my presentation up with all this going on behind it. You'd be wondering what's going on there and all that. So what I've done is I've set up a OneNote where you just have a nice neutral background, and then I'm doing my presentation inside of that OneNote, and you didn't even know until I pointed it out. Some other things to keep in mind. In the first part of this video, you saw that I was up really close to the webcam, and it was kind of pointed up at my face, and it's not a very good look. I mean, try to make yourself look kind of as professional as possible. Part of that, which you can't tell that I've done, is I'm not using my rolly chair because I was swiveling on it like this, and that was really distracting. So I went and got a chair that didn't move to keep myself from doing that. You also notice that I'm bringing in text as it's time for me to use it. If I had had all of this text on the screen, you would have been reading it instead of listening to me. So use animations in a way that make your presentation more effective. I hope this helps, and I look forward to seeing some good presentations from you.